Hello, you beautiful lot. We're adding to the Claire's playlist again. So we covered clairvoyance the other day. I don't know when I posted it, so we'll say the other day because you never know with me. Might be a week before I post this one. And today we're going to add to with clairaudience. So we're going to highlight clairaudience, and that is the clear hearing. Yeah, out of all the clairs, this is the clear hearing. And this is your ability to receive intuitive guidance through sound, like words, tones, songs, or your inner hearing. And it feels a bit like your own thoughts, but softer, wiser, and could be a different tone. Now, I'm a mental health nurse. I know the implications of saying I can hear voices. All right. I think it's whether or not you're at peace with those voices and what if those voices are speaking kindly to you. All right. So, make sure you're protecting your energy and you're in a good mental frame of mind to develop this Claire. All right. Anyone that needs help, feel free to inbox me. My email is in the description below. Yeah. But it's about whether these voices, these thoughts are kind to you. Are they there for your best good? All right. Because sometimes the mind can play tricks on us. Sometimes other doorways are open and we need help closing them. Sometimes we need to clear energetic fields. And sometimes there could be chemical imbalances which can confuse the mind as well. So, I talk about this in a we're not going too deep into that. Yeah, we're not going too deep. But anyone who can't discern or differentiate between the two, I'm more than happy for you to inbox me if you want to. All right, cool. So this is about you being able to receive intuitive guidance through sound, and that could be through hearing voices, and I'll hear many spirit talk, and there'll be different voices, but there'll be when I let them through. Now, I've got a spiritual development playlist. I would encourage you to sort of go through them in order because that's going to help you do your grounding and your protection and all of that sort of stuff. And I talk about a lot of things that probably you should go to before you listen to maybe these. So maybe they will stay on the development playlist. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, just go through it in order. But yeah, you need to really protect your own energy. Yeah, definitely protect your energy. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so you could receive conversations, and yesterday's video that I did, I was speaking to my nan sat in a chair. Now my nan died, I think in 2010, might be 9, but I think it's 2010, and so it was a long time ago. But I can remember what she sounds like. I remember the things that she used to say. I can remember her character, her tone of voice, how wow she'd go, just different things that I remember. And when I'm asking for her guidance and her advice, she still answers in those sort of ways because I remember. So I know that there's an element of me remembering, but I see her too. I keep her alive within me. And that's kind of like this door is open. Yeah, but I have a gatekeeper. And a gatekeeper is to filter down or filter any visions, images, sounds, feelings that I get are coming through my gatekeeper, which is actually Archangel Ariel when I call her as a gatekeeper. So I encourage you to find your gatekeeper as well. Now there's a meditation for that. So I do try and help, but you do need to sort of go to these places first to make sure you're in a good energetic space to receive these messages as well. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So I'm going to give you some gentle ways to start developing your clairaudience. Everybody on the planet has the ability to open these senses up. Okay? Everybody has that ability. You don't need an expensive course to tell you that. I will give you as much information as I can on here. Yeah? I will. So first step I would say is quietening the mind. Now, I'm ADHD. That's hard. I know that's hard. But your guides, your inner voices will come through to you in a way that you will understand. So even if you quietening your mind, to someone else's mind that might still be very busy, but to your mind you've quietened it as much as you can. And that's kind of where I am most of the time. The best time for me to contact them up there or around wherever they are is when I'm tired. So after I've done a night shift at work, that's my best time to receive these messages, because I'm so tired. There's far less in my mind for me to clear myself, and it's really easy for me to just sort of get the rest out, you know? And then there's like so much space for them to bombard me with. Anyone watch my readings after work? They're quite amusing, you know? So that I've recognised in myself. So quieten your mind as much as you can. Now, to quieten your mind, you just need to be still. Just be still. Yeah? And then spend a few minutes each day in silence. Complete silence. Like when you wake up in the morning, don't get out of bed straight away. Yeah, wake up, open your eyes, whoop, switch your third eye on. If you've watched Clairvoyant one, you'll know what I mean. And then just lay there for a little while. Silent. A few minutes. If you can, if your kids aren't annihilating each other downstairs, which mine usually are, you know, if you can, open your eyes, whoop, open your third eye, wait. A couple of minutes, wait. And notice any thoughts or words that drift in during them 2 minutes of silence as you've just woken up. And they might not be your own thoughts. And see if you can work out whether they're your thoughts or your own thoughts. Are you taking on someone else's thoughts? Yeah. Clairaudience. Clairaudient is switching on in the morning. Yeah. So we're switching that on. Boop, and then we're going to switch that on as well. Yeah. That's what I want you to do. Boop. Okay. So we're bopping and we're clicking. Yeah. If you can't click, I don't know, clap. Right? Some people can't do that, can they? So, boop. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next Claire. Do you know what I mean? But I'm thinking of ways to switch them on, all right? Doing the voodoo stuff. Not voodoo. Voodoo? You do. I don't. Right. So, yes, notice your thoughts. What's popping in? There's clairaudience. Switching on. Okay? Oh, we clocked that one. We're clicking it. It's association. It's word association. It's NLP. I'm hypnotising you as we speak. I am. Tune into your everyday sounds. Yeah, be aware of what's around you. Be aware of the world around you. Start listening to the world around you. As I'm doing a reading, I'll be listening to whatever music is playing. We'll get on to music in a minute because that's their favourite way. For me, anyway, music is their favourite way. But sometimes I'll hear the candle flicker. What was I saying at that time? For me, that's a sign. Something tapping on the window, a leaf tapped on the window or something. What's that mean? You know, is something falling down? Something just blown and smacked you out in the face? I don't know. You know, the sound of the raindrops, you know, what does that mean? Does it get heavier when I'm talking about this? Does it get, does it stop when I'm talking about that? You know, I pull everything in to a reading, but tune into the sounds of birds, rain, traffic, your own breath. Start to really hone in on the different sounds around you and different tones and the different frequencies. Yeah, this is going to sharpen your awareness and help you recognize energetic frequencies and tones a little bit later on. I literally just had a vision of a flame, as in I thought that had set on fire. I honestly thought that had set on fire at the corner of my eye. I was thinking, gee whiz. I don't know if it was reflecting off my balls. Might have been. My God, that freaked me out a bit. I'm going to light Betsy. I feel like I need to light her now. So we'll give her a light. Where are we up to? Got my little notes here. I've got prompts and stuff. Because you know me in my mind, you do. So the more you train your ears to notice, the more you'll hear other things, those other thoughts, or you'll read between the lines. In time, the silence speaks volumes. A lot more. Yeah. So as someone silent tells me so much more than someone who is talking. That's when you know your audience, your clairaudience is switched in. And that's important, isn't it? It's very important. Right. Ask spirit to speak clearer. If they're not making sense, if you can't, one, as I was saying that, if you can't understand them, you can ask them to make it clearer. Yeah, I had somebody, and I won't name, but I had someone who couldn't, thought they couldn't access the Akashic records. But well, they could access, but they saw nothing. There was just nothing there. And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe ask them to make it clearer for you. Maybe ask them for a magnifying glass. Maybe ask them for a pair of glasses. Maybe ask them for something to put on to help you see what it is. Yeah. And now they go to the Akashic records many, many times and get many, many answers. I also pointed out something else as well, but I won't give that away because that'll give away what it is. But yeah, worked. So don't think when you knock on a door you can't get in straight away. You might be asking the wrong question, or you might be doing it the wrong way. Yeah, it might need a different approach. Hangman, yeah, hanged man approach. It might be a different approach. Look at that. I love that. I love all this. Honestly, I could sit in this all day. All day. Look at that shivering down all over me now. I love it. I just love it. Something about it. And you can get messages in the smoke as well, where it's swirling and shapes that it makes. And honestly, I love it. Absolutely love it. Gets in your throat after a little while though, but absolutely love it. Chuff it away. It's so good. Right, so you can ask spirit to speak clearly. Yeah, so before you go to sleep or before you're going to do a meditation, gently say, Spirit, please speak to me clearly and kindly in ways I can easily understand. So tell them what you want. All right, tell them what you want. And then relax and allow the guidance to come naturally. It might be a word, it might be a lyric, it might be a name that pops into your mind. Just sit in silence and say, Spirit, please speak to me clearly. What comes in? Don't be surprised if Spirit want to communicate with you at a most inappropriate time, in the shower where you're having a wash. Yeah, your mind is already in some sort of hypnotic state because it's doing something that it does it's doing something that it does every single day. It's like I'm doing it in autopilot. Yeah, I have a certain process. I wash my hair, I under my arms, shave my pits, do this, I get down here, do my legs, I might shave my legs, I get to my toes, then I get the conditioner, put that in, sit out. Do you know what I mean? I have a process in the shower. It's just the same. It's a laborious task, and that's the way that I do it, this process. And I know I don't forget any bits, you know? So that's when I'm already in this hypnotic state. Yeah, our mind enters a hypnotic state multiple times a day. Yeah, it does. So that's when I will hear these messages popping in, and I'm like, great. Well, what am I going to do with that then? You know, I've got shampoo in this hand, I've got a razor in it. Do you know what I mean? Where am I going to put that information? So don't be surprised if they're going to come at you at the most inappropriate time when you can't jot anything down. But that is, believe it or not, when you're in the most receptive time, you know, when you're doing the things that are automatic. So mine happens when I'm driving, because I'm concentrating on the road, and I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm just driving, I'm zoning out. I've probably got music on in the background, you know, to try and block the kids fighting out, you know. But that's when all of this stuff comes. So don't be surprised that they'll come at the most inappropriate time. And you've just got to try and remember what you can. Yeah? Try and remember what you can, what you hear. The biggest one for me, pay attention to songs and messages in songs. You all know how much I shout out different songs to you all. And I literally come in my summer house of a morning and I say, play music. I don't tell her what to play. I just say, play music. That's all I say. And a different array of songs will come on. Obviously, I have got a favourites playlist, but I don't come in and put that on. I literally tell her to play music. That's it. And then I'll be doing your readings, and then I'll be like, oh, my ears will, like, spirit guides me to that song. My clairaudience has gone, I need that song. That's the song. It's for these guys, yeah. And I'll go and have a look, and I'll tell you what it's called, and I'll say it's either something in the lyrics, something in the video, whatever it is. It wanted to come out during this reading. It's for you. So I always use music. Now I can't turn it up for YouTube because I then get copyrighted, so I'm not allowed to. But any of you that have had a personal reading off of me will know that I bring the music in to your readings. Oh, and I'd done one for, I won't say who, but I done it for them the other day. And I was right at the end of her reading, I was like, and this is yours. This is your song. And I went, volume 8. And it just kicked in. I was like, yeah. And I was getting this amazing feeling. It's like, yes. So music for me is a huge communication tool. Yeah. And it's a favourite way for spirit to give you communication in my world anyway. Yeah, I mean, it really is. So just notice, okay, if a random song plays with lyrics that answer something that you were literally just thinking about, or a random song plays that reminds you of the person that you were just thinking about, or a random song plays about a situation you're currently in and it gives you some sort of hope, yeah, that is your clairaudience at work. That is the spirits trying to comfort you or give you answers by channeling it through the music you're listening to. Yeah, good. Oh, I'm getting so passionate. Right, the next prompt is to write it down, journal it. This is the thing I need the help with most. I said it in the clairvoyance one. This is the help that I need the most. I don't have time to write things down. I don't, and I just rely on my brain here to get it. And the messages that I do get don't come at a time when I can write them down most of the time, or the messages that I receive I'm delivering to you straight away anyway. So that's kind of me. So I don't write stuff down, very rarely. But now I've got a video diary, haven't I? You know, the way I look at it, I suppose, is I've got all these readings and that I've got a video diary. Oh, that's a good way of looking at it. Record yourself. Do that. If you haven't got time to write it down, start a YouTube channel and put it all on videos. There you go. Do that. But if you do have time, when you hear an inner phrase or a word that feels different, and you think, oh, where'd that word come from? I mean, that's most words for me because my vocab is crap, isn't it? It's rubbish. Write it down immediately, yeah? And then reviewing your notes that will help you see if there's any patterns and your intuition's unique way of speaking. It'll give you your intuition's unique way of speaking as well. Have I done it? No, I haven't. I haven't got time. But it's something that you might like to do. So I'll put it in there anyway. Also, clairaudience and clairvoyance, as I described in clairvoyance, but I don't know what order you're watching these in, that for me they come through quite linked. You know, when one woke, the other did too. You know, when you trust one, you trust the other. You can't help but, yeah, when you trust one, you trust the other. So I would say let's join them together and sort of work on them together. So if you haven't watched the clairvoyant one, go and watch that. Yeah, but I think they work sort of hand in hand, especially with ball of energy there now. Huge great big ball of energy there. What am I going to do with that? Oh, there you go. Have some of that. All right. Well, that was all about. Bizarre. I hope you felt that. Should have got you right there, right in the heart. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Yeah, working on them together, because when you want to talk to past loved ones, a lot of this is about your memory, what you remember about them. Now, if past loved ones sort of passed when you was a baby, go and look at some photos of them. Talk to family members about certain people, yeah, and start to build a character up about them. Are there any old videos of them? You know, that sort of thing. Start to build a picture of the person that you want to communicate with, yeah? And then imagine having a conversation with them. Imagine it. Ask them questions. Imagine what they're answering. What is their response? Start trusting your answers, because they're not yours. Because you've already worked out what's your own voice and what's not your own voice. Yeah? Does that make sense? All of this stuff will come, I promise you, will come with practice and patience. And it's trust. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust yourself? Yeah? Working with sound and energy, yeah? Or sound energy, yes? And vibration and chanting. I've chanted, I've done, I'm a Karuna Reiki master, so I'm an Asuri Reiki master, but I'm also a Karuna Reiki master. And Karuna Reiki works with 8 symbols and then sounds as well. So it's very much about the voice with Karuna Reiki. So we did a lot of chanting in that. I'm not going to lie, I don't really feel comfortable with chanting. I don't mind it, and I think it's something that I don't mind doing from time to time. I like listening to chanting. There's a guy, I can't remember his name, it's brilliant, he's on YouTube. I'll see if I can share him on my community post. Honestly, his voice vibrates through you. That's what I'll do. Hang on, let me just write this down. Share, I think he's called Throat Guy, I'm not sure. Share, I'll put Throat Guy. Share Throat Guy, and he does this real deep vibrational chanting. Oh my god, that voice goes through you. It's awesome. I love it. I love listening to it. And he does like protection ones and clearing one, all sorts, and just Satnam and blah 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 blah. They're just brilliant. But his voice reverberates through you. The power in his voice is amazing. So I will share, because I know he's got YouTube, I will share his YouTube on the community posts, and I'll do a little post about it as well. I will, before this video comes out, probably, if I remember. Yeah, Throat Guy, share on YouTube. But I actually found him on TikTok, the other platform. But he is absolutely brilliant. So you can chant. If you're into chanting, what I would say is go and listen to him, because you could chant with him. Now, I do that. I do that. I'll sit in my summer house and I'll listen to him chant, and I will, once I find the sequence, I will chant with him, especially if the intention that he has put is something that I resonate with. And you need to go and follow him to really understand what I'm talking about. So I will chant along with him then, yeah? Singing bowls, yes, 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 yes. Sound bowl, I love my sound bowl. Now I use this in my treatments. I've got resonance tubes over there. I'll go and whack them, but you're not going to be able to see them because the camera's facing the wrong way. But I will treat you all to, I don't know, a sound bath or something one day. I used to have one on YouTube. I don't know if it's still on there. I think it is. It was a long time ago. Right, hang on. Let me give you these a whack. I don't know how well you heard them, but they're resonance tubes, which oscillate at various different frequencies depending on whereabouts you play them. I used to have a big chow gong as well. They're still, the resultant tones are still going. Feels this summer house, and you can almost feel the energy bouncing off of the walls. So when I do my treatments for people in here, I bring a lot of different elements into their reading. You know, I'll bring their reading treatment. I'll bring crystals into it and use the crystals on their body. I'll have crystals under the table as well. I'll have different sounds that I'll play during it. I've got a rain stick to create another sound as well. I've got my drum. I've got my chimes. I've got, honestly, the sound equipment I have got is just beautiful. But this will help raise your vibration, clear any energetic blocks in your ear and your throat chakras, because both of these chakras are vital for clear hearing. Now, I know we haven't spoke about ear chakras yet. We've done the main 7. There's a lot of things to cover. We could go on all day. But this is the frequency for the throat chakra. And this is this frequency of 741 hertz. And you should feel this in your throat. So I'm going to play it again and shut up, all right? So you should feel that in your throat. And that's going to help clear your throat chakra, which then in turn will help your ear chakras open as well. Now, if you go on my chakra playlist, there is a whole video on the throat chakra where we talk about that bit more in detail. So we can skip past that now. But working with sound energy is also going to help your clairaudience really switch on as well. Yeah? Remember, it's okay. And the last thing, like was with the clairaudience, is trust. Yeah, trust and use your own discernment. Yeah, use your own discernment and trust. Clairaudience feels like intuition speaking in your own voice, but it carries a calm truth and love that you should never fear or panic. If what you're hearing isn't pleasant, I would stop doing it. Yeah, and maybe go and clear your energetic field or contact me if you need some advice. Yes, that's what I would suggest. If the message feels peaceful, then it's definitely safe to trust. Yeah, but always work with your gatekeeper. Get your gatekeeper to be there to help you, to filter through any information that may need filtering. Do my gatekeeper meditation, go through my spiritual development playlist in the order, because that will help you strengthen your energetic field as well. Yeah. And the more you acknowledge what you hear, the clearer that connection will become. I hope that's helped as well. But you'll hear me have full-blown conversations with my nan. I can call her in and have a full-blown conversation. Hello, have a full-blown conversation with her now. You know, but I trust what I hear. I trust what I hear. I trust what I see. Your granddad's come now. We're having a party. We're having a party. We are. Yeah, I know. Why is it always your nan? Well, because I had my nan longer, probably. No offence, Grandad, but do you know what I mean? I lost my granddad when I was 11. I'm 50 next year, but I know he's there, as strong as ever. I know he's there, and he's only winding me up. He's now got his hand on my nan's shoulder, bless him. And yeah, they're together. Yeah, they are. They're arguing. Right, I'm going to go because we're about to have a party in here. Anyway, I hope these help you in some sort of way, and help you really trust your own intuition, trust your own discernment, trust your own power. Remember, open your eyes, boop, switch them on, start to see and hear the world differently. And the next one I think we're going to do is the clairsentience, where you're going to feel the world differently. And I don't know what I'm going to do to switch that one on yet, but we'll see. You never know. Anyway, have a wonderful day. 31:31 as we finish there. And I've just got to see what this next song is, because I feel like there's a message in it for you. I'm just going to tell you what it is. I don't know what it is, can't even hear it, but there's a new song started. What's it called? The Script and Will I Am Hall of Fame. It's the Script and Will I Am Hall of Fame. Yeah? I don't know if it's the words. I don't know if it's the video. Living in a Hall of Fame. Ooh. I've seen them in concert. They're amazing. Well, I saw them at Glastonbury, actually. Right, go and listen to that song as well. But there'll be a message in there for you. Let me know what it is. And let me know if you enjoyed this. And I'll see you tomorrow for something. I don't know what. Take care. Much love.